Hi, this is Sherry Spellwoman, and this is my week 4 assignment activities video number 2. Okay, so first page is about using neutral language. So, translating this argument into neutral language, violent video games cause an increase in violent behavior in young people. Children under the age of 18 should be prevented from buying or playing violent video games. The value claim here is that violent video games are bad and dangerous. Okay, bootleg CDs. The argument is, in neutral language, that bootleg music CDs should be legal because the people who listen to the music need the money more than the artists, and it creates less waste and pollution. Value claim, buying CDs is destructive to the environment and artists charge unethically high prices for them. Okay, the next section is on ambiguity and vagueness. So, identifying whether something is ambiguous, vague, and identifying the problem, word or phrase. So, a majority of the 270 electoral votes is required to elect the President of the United States of America. There's no problem there. That is just factual. Everyone in Congress is rich. There's a problem there. Vague. The problem word is rich. There's no specific meaning to rich. We don't know how much wealth makes one rich. Okay. Headline, USPS posts $5 billion loss. No problem there, just stating the facts. Another headline, lack of brains hinders research. There's a problem. It is vague. Lack of brains is vague. We don't really know what that means. E, dog for sale, eats anything and is especially fond of children. So there's a problem there, and it's ambiguity because this could be interpreted in two different ways. It could mean that the dog likes to eat children, or it could mean that the dog just likes children and eats anything. Next one. I think that Maria spends an excessive amount of time texting her friends. The problem is that this is vague, and the problem phrase is an excessive amount of time. Is not specific. What is excessive to one person is not excessive to another person. So that's vague. Okay, next page is interpreting headlines. See if it's a problem. Lawyers back despite use of bug spray. So there are at least two possible ways to interpret this. The first that I identified is that lawyers return to a location unspecified, although bug spray was used. The second means lawyers support something unspecified, although bug spray was used. So back can mean support, or it can mean to return. I have to say the funny thing is that at first I didn't read the beginning part of the article, and so I actually initially chose number 2 because I thought number 1 was did not sound newsworthy. And now that when I actually went back and read the little bit, I realized, no, actually this is a news story about lawyers and bug spray being used and returning to their offices. So my choice is the first one. Having read the beginning of the article, it specifies that bug spray was used in a prosecutor's office. Yellow jackets were gone and lawyers returned to the office. So that's what it meant. But it is a vague, or not vague, it is, it could have more than one meaning. Yeah, the ambiguous. It's an ambiguous title. Okay, so the next ambiguous title is Thailand police sees 14 elephants with fake IDs. And I could think of 3 things, but one is absurd. So, because it could mean the elephants had fake IDs, but 2 other ways that you could interpret this headline is that people posing as police used fake IDs to seize elephants, or you could think that police seized elephants from people who used fake IDs to illegally acquire elephants. And when you read the very beginning sentences, that makes me think that choice number 2 is correct, because the beginning of the article, it states police conducted a raid after arresting people for allegedly providing something, probably fake IDs. So allegedly provided, and the gang being busted. Okay, next on to double speak. Is it euphemism, jargon, or inflated language? Inflated language is used to make simple things seem more complex, impressive, or important. And a euphemism tries to make something negative more palatable, positive, or attractive. And jargon is specialized language that serves a valuable function for a profession, trade, or special group, but might not be understood by lay people. Okay, teachers are classroom facilitators. That's inflated language, because teachers is a simple term, and this is trying to make it sound more complex. And it's not jargon. At first I thought it could be jargon, but because we do use the word classroom and facilitate, but nobody in schools call teachers classroom facilitators. It's not used in the biz. In every war, there is considerable collateral damage. Classic euphemism to make people accept the murder of innocent civilians. My mom went to the powder room is a euphemism trying to make the bathroom sound nice and pretty. All systems are go and we have liftoff is jargon. That is what NASA uses that term when a rocket is launched. Sam, what did the officer mean when she radioed taking a code 7? That is also jargon. Customer, where will I find emergency exit lights? Clerk, oh, flashlights are on aisle 7. So that's inflated language. Flashlights is a simple term, and emergency exit lights is making it more complex to make that seem more important or impressive. So that was a fun chapter.